What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about the potential of getting another stimulus check, because a lot of people have been asking, is there a chance us here in the United States are going to receive another stimulus check? And the answer is actually yes. I want to break down what's going on here, how you could potentially get this, and where this is all coming from. Because again, this is somewhat out of the blue, but there's a good reason why more people are looking into stimulus. So today's video, I will break down exactly what is going on and how you could potentially get another $1,400. So again, all I ask is if you enjoy these daily updates, do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button, and let's begin. So here's where things are really starting to take shape. One of the biggest things that's happening right now here inside the United States is Congress is attempting to pass a bill that would provide the U.S. government with additional funding for the fiscal year of 2024. Now, as of today, it's November 12th. We have 5 days. We have until the end of business day on November 17th, which is 5 days away, to pass a government funding bill, or else the United States government or parts of it are going to shut down. Now, with that said, one of the things that Republicans are trying to do is they're trying to use any unspent funding or any funding that they deem is unnecessary or a little too much. They want to take that money, pull it back, and reappropriate it for other needs. So you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with stimulus? Well, here's the thing. In the American Rescue Plan, there were billions and billions of dollars that were sent to states and certain things where the money wasn't essentially spent. The money was sitting there, and it's still sitting there in many states because states have until January 1st, 2025 to do something with that money. Okay, they're calling it pandemic-related funding. Now, in that pandemic-related funding, those states are obligated to use that money for pandemic aid. This could be for rental assistance. This could be if their state is actually operating under a deficit and not a surplus. This could be to fix, let's say roads. But again, they have to find a way to say this was a pandemic-related need. Okay? So here's what's happening now. Right now, that Republicans are looking at everything, all the different funding that went on over the past couple of years. One of the things that we're now starting to see is states are having discussions of sending additional stimulus to their people. Keep in mind, this will not be from the federal government. The federal government does not have the money to send out additional stimulus checks. But states do. States have billions and billions of dollars in unspent funding that they can use and pretty much reallocate to other needs. But, again, Congress would have to adjust the rules of that pandemic-related assistance so that they can then spend that money on other things. As of right now, they have to spend that money on pandemic-related assistance. Here's where things are kind of turning. Okay? For one, Arizona, they're sending out stimulus checks. Okay? They're sending out stimulus checks at this time, and it's actually for families. You're going to get a rebate of up to $750 for those that qualify. Okay? That's in Arizona. We know other states as well that are giving out money is Alabama. Alabama is sending a tax rebate of $150 to individuals and $300 for couples. And it doesn't stop there. Okay? The state also reduced its grocery sales tax from 4% to 3% on September 1st as the surplus reached $2.8 billion, and the tax could be lowered to 2% next year. That's something that we've seen where states are actually adjusting their taxes, and it's because they have a surplus. And when states have too much of a surplus, in most cases they have to send more money back to the people in like a tax rebate or something like that. We also know Arizona. They are sending out money as well. Arizona's tax rebate is $250 per dependent for kids under the age of 17. For For a maximum of 3 children, $750, and those that are older than 17 will get $100 per dependent. That is in Arizona. In Virginia, the state of Virginia is giving away $200 tax refunds to individuals, providing the resident had a tax liability in 2022. Okay, so those are just a few of the states. Now I bring this up because these are all tax refunds, tax rebates, right? These are things coming back because you paid taxes. Well, the reason why all these states are sending money back to their residents is because they had a surplus. So, and here's the thing. States could say that they have a deficit, and then they can use the pandemic-related funding to offset that deficit, okay? To pretty much make them even. But if they are operating under a surplus, they have to give some of that money back. And then, and this is where it gets difficult, they still have to spend that pandemic-related assistance. So, this is why they're now discussing $1,400 for certain people. It is because currently in the United States, this actually as of September, so a couple months ago, the average rent in the United States was $1,372 per month. This is where the $1,400 is coming from. One of the biggest problems right now is evictions. I'll just show you this from Oregon. It says Oregon eviction filings is above pre-pandemic levels. Advocates say more state aid is needed. Okay? This is just in Oregon. We've seen this in other states as well, that lawmakers are asking for additional assistance for their people because they are struggling at this time. They need help. Even if it's 1 month, $1,400 check, 1 month, additional rental assistance, that's what they're asking for. Because something that's happening right now across the United States is evictions are picking up. Okay? They are picking up all across the United States because people are unable to afford the higher rent payment. I talked to somebody just the other day, and he pays $2,400 per month. Okay, this is in the state of Washington. It's $2,400 per month. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. Doesn't even have a yard. It's an apartment. $2,400 per month. It's insane. That's quite a bit higher than what we are normally paying here in Washington State. Okay? But that's what he's paying. So the thing that you need to understand is right now lawmakers are talking about additional assistance to their constituents. But also keep in mind what is happening in 1 year. We have a presidential election. So keep that in mind. Right now, this could just be these political games where one lawmaker says, yes, we're going to provide an additional $1,400 in stimulus, where another one says, no, we can't afford that. We need to cut back on our spending, and this is what we're going to do. So keep in mind, this might just be theater. It might just be political theater for you. But that is what we know at this time. So as always, as I get more information, I promise I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates. But that is what we know at this time. So again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing. I'll see you guys on the next one.